Hey neighbors, I'm Alex with the Worrell Real Estate Team. I'm here with the latest market update for our beautiful city and subdivision. Want to know how these changes may impact you? Well, let's dive in and take a look. That was Franklin out at the town green. Me and Maliana, we really enjoyed meeting some of you at the pool and the various events that have recently happened in the neighborhood here at Avocet. And just want to say thank you, a heartfelt thank you for being open-minded, being accepting of us. You know, having just moved here from the city, we're excited to be in this community and more importantly, start having some relationships up here in some community. Let's jump into the market statistics. Now, these are general statistics that are for 30092, which is Peachtree Corners, the zip code that we all live in. Let's take a look. Now, the reason we use median sales price versus the average sales price is that median is a middle point, half above, half below, and is more representative of the true value. Back in January of this year, we started at 565,000 median home value, and since then it has actually risen. So great news to you guys, up to $590,000, which is a 4% increase, about $25,000. Positive thing for the people here in this community that you're selling houses for more than you were back in January. Number of listings and actives here in this area. So January, there was about 49 homes listed for sale on 30092. And since then, it has actually risen up to 67 homes. So inventory is rising. That is about a 26% increase in the number of homes that we're seeing active on the market from January to June this year. Average days on market for the homes that hit the market, and how long does it take for them to actually sell? It started in January at 16 days, and now we are at the point where we're at 7 days on market until a pending contract. That time frame has basically cut in half, so that is a positive thing and a reflection on this Peachtree Corners market being fairly strong. Now let's look at the list to sales price ratio, which basically means what did they list it for and what did they actually sell the property for at the end of the day. It hasn't really changed much. Back in January, it was sitting around 99% list to sales price ratio. And at this point in the market, and since June, it's risen up to 100% list to sales price ratio. So that's probably a reflection of the agents in this area that are listing and selling homes being fairly accurate, and there being fairly high demand for the homes that are in this area. I'm not surprised. I would want a home in this area as well, which is why we moved here. Okay, so now that we have explored some of these general market stats, let's look at the homes that are actually for sale in Avocet or the homes that have already sold over the past 365 days. 3242 Pomerine Lane. Forgive me if I mispronounced that. Once again, we're still new to the neighborhood, so trying to figure out all those pronunciations to the various streets and learn the streets here in the neighborhood, which is what we have been proactively doing over the course of the last month while we've lived here. This property is listed at $749,000. That is certainly a higher price for this neighborhood. More power to them. We hope that this home sells at a very high price because that's great. That improves the value for the rest of the people in the neighborhood. So never a bad thing. Now, this is a 6-bedroom, 4.5 bathroom with 4,326 square feet, according to the owner. As you can see, they have taken great care of the curb appeal here. The interior has been updated, renovated, the kitchen basically fully gutted. So it looks like this home has basically a full in-law suite in the basement, which is a really cool feature for multi-generational homes that may be, or families that may be looking to live in this neighborhood. And the hardwoods continue upstairs, and the master bathroom has also been renovated. If we can find a picture here, these pictures are all out of order, unfortunately, which is not a good thing. I would certainly encourage you, when you go to list your home, just simply put the pictures in order the way you would walk through the home. And it's not hard, but it makes a difference. So all the bathrooms, kitchens, everything has been updated. That backyard has a bit of a slant to it. Overall, really nice house, and hopefully it sells somewhere even remotely close to that number, and we all get a really great comp in the process. And if we can do something to help you as well, please call us. We'd love to work with you, and we come from a place of providing value, not from a place of trying to sell your house or sell you onto an idea that is not yours. This property is actually down in the cul-de-sac that I can see from my home. It's right down the street. It's 4605 Avocet Drive, 5-bedroom, 3.5 bathroom at 2,841 square feet, listed at $650,000, which compared to the recent sales in the neighborhood is also a pretty good number. I mean, I hope that this home sells at 650 or somewhere close to 650, so it will be once again another great sale in the neighborhood that will continue to trend that value upwards. To kind of get an idea of what the interior of this home looks like they've finished it with a khaki shade of paint. The hardwoods run throughout the main floor. Looks like the kitchen has been lightly updated. Bathroom looks the same, just because my bathroom basically looks the same. And then the basement appears to be fully finished with a full bathroom as well. And the other nice thing about this one that I think is a huge upsell is that the backyard has like a long extended green space, which, as a lot of people in this area or moving to this area have kids. So that is a great upsell that they have space to go kick around a soccer ball or throw a baseball. This is the space I'm referring to. So, we think that's a value add for this home, and we definitely see this as being a very sellable listing. Moving on, we recently had 3 sales in the neighborhood. One at 3717 Dunlin Shore Court, and it sold for $594,500. Seller didn't pay any closing costs, so that one actually got bid way up above the list price at $550. So kudos to you guys for driving the prices up and keeping it rolling in the neighborhood. This is only a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, and I do believe it has been nicely renovated. Yes, it has, on the interior with some nice LVP flooring, some plantation shutters. I like the way they've replaced these railings in the balcony and on the staircase, and have basically gutted the kitchen and renovated it with a nice backsplash and the double stack cabinets running close to the ceiling there. That's great attribute for this home, as well as the bathrooms appear to be updated. And let's check out the master. Yes, the master bathroom has been updated as well. Oh, and the master closet. That's real nice. And that bonus room. I mean, lots of value here, and I can see why someone moving here would want to move into a home that's already renovated versus not having been renovated, because this is kind of the step up price for people moving from the city that bought that townhome condo back when they were first getting started, and then they moved to the burbs and they're looking for something where they can put a sizable down payment, but they may not have extra money to cover renovation costs and things of that nature. So if a home already has some renovations, it makes it very palatable and easy for a buyer to see themselves living there. And gotta love that backyard, nice and flat and big and fenced in with a really nice fence. I think that's a huge selling point. It's actually not even on a basement; it's on a slab. So great sales price for a home in this neighborhood on a slab. Certainly a good comp for everyone here who owns a home. Next one up is 3322 Pomerine Lane. It does have a basement. The basement is just unfinished, and that is a huge value add for a buyer who's looking to potentially expand in the future and finish out that basement space. But overall, as we skim through the pictures here, it looks like most of it, except for these countertops here and the backsplash, most of it is fairly true to what was originally there when the home was built. But you still get lots of great space. That deck looks like it was replaced. That one sold for $575,000 towards the end of last year. And the last but not least, 4755 Pomerine Circle, which also sold towards the end of last year for $554,900, and the seller paid $3,000 in closing costs. Now, this one is also on an unfinished basement. As for the interior, it looks like they've laid some LVP across the main floor, put in some granite countertops, and did a light renovation to the master bathroom as well. And, it looks like a really nice home. They replaced the deck. The market was a little softer towards the end of last year because interest rates got all the way up into the 7s and 8s. And that really deterred a lot of buyers from making a move. So those are the recent comps in the neighborhood. If you have any questions about those or you want to discuss them, give me a shout. Would love to talk with you about your home value and how you may be able to improve on that value, or what you shouldn't do that you're not going to get back if you do invest into that home. So a couple of other fun facts from our preferred lender, Logan Henson with Ameris Bank, who lives right here in this area also. New inventory levels, meaning new construction, has hit an all-time high, which is good for anyone who's looking to upsize into maybe a new home, any kind of new construction home at this time. We're seeing all kinds of incentives across the board from builders who are currently trying to push the properties that they're building because they have inventory and they need it moved so they can continue to build, because that's how they make their money. On a positive note, increased inventory helps ward off inflation. And as prices stabilize, we begin to see inflation fall, which is the markers of a beginning of a healthy economy and hopefully lower interest rates. So to touch on interest rates real quick, currently conventional is hovering around 6.375. FHA is hovering around 6%. And for those of you who are looking to buy that next big house and need a jumbo loan, that's hovering around 7% currently. So hopefully this information you find helpful. Stay tuned, because I'm going to continue to do market updates. We look forward to providing value to and for you for years to come. Have a great day. Bye-bye.